If you didn't already know, you're on the A-list. This week, I'm super focused on the content in our episode, so I'm going to keep my intro a little bit brief. The important thing for you to know is that a lot of times the home buying process looks so simple because it's just a picture of somebody holding keys and everybody smiling. But it's not always that simple. There's often a lot of different hurdles to tackle. Hurdle to tackle? That's not a thing, no. There's often a lot of different hurdles to jump over. There's a lot of obstacles, but what you see in the picture is that it's all worth it. And I can't think of anyone more worth it than my former client, Tawanda Torres. Tawanda's going to tell us today a little bit about her home purchasing process. I love Tawanda, but she can tell you, and she will, that everything that could go wrong went wrong. And we still made it happen, and it was that much more rewarding. And the fact that Tawanda is in this beautiful, gorgeous house that she's in is just a testament to what people can do when they have a dream and they really put their minds to something. So let's listen to Tawanda and her testimonial of her experience purchasing a home with me.
My name is Tawanda Torres. I work for the state of Maryland with special programs, and I'm a coordinator of special programs. So that is essentially working with different groups of people who have different health issues.
So why did you choose Allie to be your realtor?
So I had heard of Allie before I started my house hunt. Word of mouth, I heard a lot of people say, hey, it's this realtor, her name is Allie, she's really good, and you'll like her, you'll love her, and when you're ready, when you get to that point, seek her out. And her name was kind of like in my mind, and so I kind of held it there for a while, and then when I got to that point, someone was speaking, and they spoke of her. They actually spoke of a person who she helped buy a house. And then I remembered, and I was like, let me reach out to her. And so I also was referred through the lender, Amy. So when Amy said it, and I remembered it, and I heard the other person's kind of like a three-way thing, and I was like, she must be good. I need to reach out to her. And before I could reach out to her, she reached out to me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and she was like, I heard you're looking for me.
Yeah.
And so it kind of went from there. And she was just like, her whole energy was amazing. I was instantly connected with her even before we met in person, just on the phone and talking. So like, her energy is amazing. And it's like, when I spoke to her, I wasn't in the best of moods. However, when I got off the phone with her, I felt really like up. I'm like, hey, I need to match her energy. Yeah. So yes.
How long did you house hunt?
A couple of months. It's simply because I was kind of specific in what I wanted. I wasn't picky too much on area, but the space was important to me. But anything that I asked her for, she had answers immediately, and she helped me understand. She educated me on the house hunting process, and gave me pros and cons. So she gave me a lot of information to make a informed decision. Overall, the process can be, I called it an emotional roller coaster, because it was looking really good, and then it was like, this might not happen, this is going to happen, this might not happen. So it was a lot of ups and downs. That's why I called it the emotional roller coaster. I wouldn't change it for the world, because again, I learned so much in the process, and she walked me through everything. She had a way of being brutally honest, but not being judgmental. She had a way with making a bad situation, or what seemed to be bad at the time, comforting in some way. When I expressed to her I really want to move forward with this property, even if they're saying it doesn't look good. And she said, if you want it, we're going to do it. And from then on, I had full confidence in her. I mean, I always knew she was good, but she made me confident in moving forward with this purchase just from her alone, just being, how did she say it? She said, I'm trying to remember exactly what she said, but it was more like, say no more. We're going to make this happen for you. And so from that point on, I was like, okay, I got you. She even answered a few of my frantic text messages, like, no lie, like text her. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be homeless. And she would write back, you're not going to be homeless. Get it together. You're buying this house. And I was like, yes. She made it happen. But she's just, I can't say enough good things about her, honestly. And just like as a person, I felt like I knew her forever. Like I felt like I knew her for so long before I actually met her. So yeah, I'm like her I can't say enough, but her energy is just amazing. Her aura, her spirit. I think that's what it is. It's her spirit. Her spirit is enlightening, and she's doing what she was called to do, in my opinion. If not, she'd be on Broadway. Or she'd be doing something big. She'd be doing something big. She'd be hosting something big, or just everybody would know her and everybody would enjoy her. And because I believe the people who know her now do enjoy her, and they lean on her for support and comfort, and she delivers. Buying a home is such a big thing. It's probably one of the biggest things we all do. And for people who, like myself, who for many years felt it was out of reach. And I knew that if I did my homework and I did my due diligence, that things would come together. And to me, it was almost like she was hand-plucked, like, okay, boom, here you go. That's the next part of it. You've done your part. And here we have somebody who's going to bring it home for you. So, I mean, everybody else was great, but it was something about her. She was just extra special. She was like, don't worry, I got this. She held my hand, clothes and everything. She was great. She really is. I recommend her to anyone who is looking to buy a house, especially someone who's never done it before and someone who is nervous about the process. She's going to calm those fears. But she's going to be honest. And that's what I love about her, because it's like, okay, let's not get too far ahead. This is where we are. And this is what we can do. Let's figure out how to work it. She doesn't sell you a basket of dreams. She's extremely realistic, but she has a lot of, just like, we're going to make this happen if it can happen. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't even know how else to praise her. She's adorable too. She's really cute. When I first met her, she's so cute. I was like, oh, look at this little lady. I mean, I'm a little lady myself too. So I was like, oh, she's so cute. Look at her with I think blue or purple hair, whatever she had. She was so cute. But yeah, she's amazing. Go with her. She'll make you feel comfortable. She'll be realistic, and she'll keep things, in perspective for you. And don't be afraid to text her with your nervous fears, or whenever you have a mental or anxiety attack, which I had several. She responded right away and she soothed them. I think I texted her on a Sunday and she was right back on the phone. Mm-hmm. What's going on, girl? Wyatt, what's going on? We got this. So it was really like, it's my best impersonation of her, but it was like, don't you, we got this. You are buying this house. I was like, she said, say it. I was like, I am buying this house. She was like, you are buying this house. And I was like, I am buying this house. I wasn't confident in me, but I was more confident in her. So she's amazing. Allie, you rock. I love you.
Thank you so much to Tawanda. On some days when I think about her story, it definitely brings a tear to my eye. She's one of my favorite clients. She's definitely a prime example of somebody who worked hard and didn't give up on her goals and didn't give up on her dreams and had a big payoff for it at the end. Can't wait to see you next week on the A-List.